Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I thought we'd do a little bit of an updated favourite foundations. I feel like my favourite foundations have almost completely changed as far as the last time I did this video. So I wanted to update you, give you the up-to-date information. So first up, I think the only one that survived from that first video, and this is Clinique's Even Better Glow. I have it in the shade Stone, and Stone is a bit light for me at the moment. This will be my more sort of winter shade, but it is a beautiful shade, very gorgeous on the skin, very sort of neutral warm, not too warm, which is what I like. It is a very light to medium, luminous, fresh, skin-like, light, comfortable foundation, but it does wear really well. A solid 8 hours on here, perfect for every day, perfect for work, light, no makeup, that kind of stuff. I just love this. It's so natural, but it really covers my redness, which is really hard to find. Next up, the Lancome Teint Idole Ultra Wear. Now, the only thing I don't like about this is I really struggle with shades. Probably the closest shade to my summer tanned skin at the moment is Beige Ambre. Beige Ambre. But I kind of have to mix a couple to get like a really good match, and that's frustrating. But the foundation itself is stunning, wears incredibly well, very smooth, doesn't exaggerate fine lines or texture, really radiant without being dewy at all. It lasts amazing, it doesn't transfer, it's incredible in the sun, it like holds up to humidity, it's got SPF 15, which isn't a huge amount, but it's there. I just find this incredible for the longevity and how good it looks for how long it looks. But I feel like the shades are a little off. Huda Beauty, I love this foundation. I only rarely use it because it is so mega full coverage. So I only use it when I'm wanting a full beat, but I love the shades. I have this in both my summer and my winter shades, and both of them are a perfect match, no mixing. This is my summer shade, which is Baklava 340G, and it's a lovely, again, neutral to warm, not just a full-on, really strong warm undertone, and it's just amazing. It's a great mixer foundation. If I love a foundation but I want a bit more coverage, this is what I mix it with. If I want a full beat, full glam that is gonna last, this is what I go for. This is kind of replaced, I used to use double wear if I was going to like a wedding or something and I wanted full coverage that was gonna last all day and all night and look perfect, flawless. I used to go for double wear. Now I go for this because this isn't gonna give me a white cast. There's no SPF, so it's not gonna flash back like the double wear does. So this has kind of replaced that as my go-to wedding foundation and my kind of go-to full beat, flawless glam foundation. This is what I use. Next up, another full coverage option, but much more sort of natural finish-wise. This is the Nars Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. This has the most beautiful finish. This is my summer shade and it is Aruba. Again, it's a kind of, I think it's actually a neutral shade, but I find it, again, neutral to warm on me. It's the perfect shade, matches my body. My foundation is a bit light today, but it matches my body perfectly, this shade in the summer. I also have a really good match in the winter. I feel like for this foundation, their shade range is brilliant, really good. Lots of shades, but lots of really good natural undertones in there, much like the Huda foundation as well. Great undertones in both of those foundations. It's very long wearing, it doesn't transfer, it holds up, it's full coverage, but it's very natural looking. One of my favorite, I'd say this is probably top 3, along with the Teint Idole and the next one. This is the Dior Backstage foundation, has very quickly pushed its way into top spot. It is quite tricky shade-wise. I am currently mixing most of the time. So this is the shade 4WO, which is the olive shade, and I'm mixing this with 4N at the moment because it is very olive. I feel like my undertones are so weird and annoying because I do feel like I am warm. I do obviously tan a lot when the sun hits my skin. I do look warm, but I am fairly olive as well. You can kind of see mostly on my neck, which obviously doesn't have foundation and isn't tanned. But again, when I'm more tanned, I go less olive and a little more neutral. So it's like yeah, it's a lot for a foundation to manage. So I am mixing this, but I don't mind because I love it so much. I don't know what I'll do when I get to the winter, because I'm gonna have to start all over again with the shade matching and sorting out shades and stuff like that. But this is so incredibly long wearing, yet so lightweight, feels like nothing, looks like nothing, but is flawless. I feel like you can pretty much build this to like as full coverage as I would ever need. Covers all my redness, all of everything I would want it to cover, but it's probably a hair off being full. It certainly doesn't touch the Huda coverage, and it's maybe a hair less than the Nars, but it is good enough. Waterproof, heat resistant, transfer resistant. It is like impenetrable to anything. I'm so shocked because it's so luminous and radiant and natural looking on the skin. I expect it to last about 5 minutes because those type of foundations are never really that long wearing. They don't set down. Yeah, so they quite often transfer all over the place. This doesn't. I'm so shocked. At the end of the day, I look in the mirror, it's still perfect. 10 hours later and more, it looks beautiful, like the most amazing, gorgeous angel skin. Great shade range. It's just a bit tricky to figure out your shade because I don't know about the rest of the world, but in the UK you cannot find this swatch. I think there are actually some backstage shops or stands, they did tell me, but then there's very few of them, and there's not one anywhere near me for me to actually swatch the foundations, which is very annoying. But yeah, I just wish it was like available at all Dior makeup counters so that we could like just go and you could get samples and you could swatch it and really make sure that your shade is correct. It's such a good value product. You get 50 mils, this is huge for a foundation, and £29, which for Dior is a excellent price point for that amount of product, so it will really last you. I love the packaging, but I also really do like these nozzles. You can see how much of a mess it is. It does get quite messy in there, but it doesn't leak. And I do like the fact that it's squeezy, so you can squeeze everything out. But yeah, I just love it. It looks beautiful on the skin. It is truly fully buildable from light to almost full coverage. So yeah, I mean, it's literally any occasion you can use it. It photographs beautifully, no white cast, great value, unbeatable for me. So there you have it. Those are my top 5 foundations currently that I am loving. Just really wanted to update you on where I was at with my foundation collection because they do change in and out, and this is my current go-to favorites. But yeah, if I had to pick one, it would be between these two, and I'm kind of leaning towards this one these days. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, please like and subscribe before you go so I can see you again. Otherwise, take care for now. Bye.